In ancient times, this sacred mountain was sealed by the dwarf deities with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has two things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds. And there is some kind of weird magic.
What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?
Hello, everyone. Good Monday to you. Hope that you're doing well. You had an amazing and fantastic weekend, and it's a new week, and we're back here for you. This is the Pickaxe Massa. My name is Bruno, and we're here with Givesh. How you doing today?
Hello, Bruno. I'm good. I'm good. Let us know how you everyone in the chat are doing, and yeah, let's do this.
All right. How you doing, everyone? And welcome in. Thank you for joining. Let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Metaverso. Good morning to you. We've got Breezy75. Hey, how you doing, fam? 322 confirmed. MLD Tech, the eternal rivalry between these two. Wicked U2, how you doing? The Sugar Cubes, Novel RK, and welcome everyone. Hope that you're doing well and you started the week with the right feet or right foot, however you say it. So for today, we kind of set up the challenge on Twitter for you to give us. So usually on Mondays, we do have a topic to talk about. And for Mondays, we focus on that. Welcome, Wapax. How you doing? And for today, we wanted to have your opinion on what should we focus on what should we talk about. And we did not get many replies over Twitter. I might understand that someone just that you might not be comfortable talking or leaving your opinion there on Twitter on public. But let us know here, now that we're live, what would you like us to focus on? What would you like us to talk about? If you have any question or you'd like us to go deeper into a certain topic. In the meantime, while we do so, we changed a little bit things here, and we fixed a couple of things as well. And Givers, you want to go through that?
Yeah, of course. So we did change a little bit the spawning point, and we have more NPCs right here. And yeah, then is not walking all over the place at the moment. But yeah, for today at least, I want to try test all of the quests that I can manage through today. So I'm thinking just getting into it and trying to test all quests if they are working properly. What do you think, Bruno?
I think it's a good idea. So we're kind of reaching the end of this review. So all of the things that we were asked to review or change or to give a second look into, it feels like it's done. So we're just going to test it before we move into the next step. That all is working as intended. That everything is working fine. We're not getting bugs. The game is not getting broken. Anything else? So yeah, let's do it. I would say we go through that way. Hey, Sparky Snickle, how you doing today? Welcome in. So there's a couple of things that have been added, and these took some time. Fredenford was streaming about it. He did work a lot during these weekends and last week, so you got to see him on his stream working on some stuff here on the Misty Mountain. So there was an optimization regarding the NPCs and the talks. So instead, before, the way that we had our conversations, our speaker components, we actually duplicated each one of these NPCs, which was kind of easier for us to track down like who was what or who was who. But that way to do, we're actually creating a lot of animated characters with a lot of faces as well. So that was just contributing to get the game heavier. And we did optimize that as well, even the logic part, into trading for simple assets. For example, concrete tiles. And here, that's the in-between, right? So this was a switch button that we created. And now, whenever you're in the middle of a quest and you go back to talk with any of these NPCs, they no longer repeat the same dialogue over again. So every in between, if you go to talk with the same NPC that you've spoken before, he's going to give you a different dialogue. Although it's just something like, hey, have you completed your quest? Hey, have you completed your task? Although it's very, very simple, the in-betweens, it does create a more immersive feeling on it. Because it makes sense that he's not repeating the same message for you over and over again, and that it tells you something different in between. Hey, Huddle Hill, how you doing? Welcome, and good Monday to you. Hope that you're having an amazing day so far. So that was one of the things, doing the transition from those, we call it the shadows, because they're invisible and they have that blue looking. They're supposed to be the same as the NPC that is talking, so we were calling them the shadows. So we optimized that and we transformed it into concrete tiles. So that's one of the things that we did. Although it's quite a simple change, it did take some time. So things here, since any change that we're doing on a pretty much complete game, any change that we have to do, we have to repeat it over and over and over again until we have nailed down all the things that are involved. So what does that mean? That means that even though it's a simple task, it did took a lot of time to come back and revisit and fix it. Oh, now it drops at that bench. You're muted. You're muted, Givesh. You're still muted.
Yep.
Okay.
So basically, before it was in the same place, and it
Uh-huh.
created a problem where you could pick up two pickaxes at the same time, and then
Okay.
it will spawn two kind of health pools. So we did change the position, and
Okay.
one thing that I noticed while playing that usually I just run and pick up, and it's really on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And just for now, we just pushed a little bit to the side because I usually felt like playing. I really unintentionally picked up those pickaxes.
That's kind of cool.
Just because they
That's
was straight there, but yeah. probably it's a temporary solution for now, though.
Hmm.
Though, um,
It's a
maybe
little bit
some
hidden.
just
If
a little
you're
bit
new,
hidden,
yeah.
yeah. So maybe a little bit to the front, just for players to see it straight out that
Hmm.
something happened on that bench. So yeah.
Okay, let's see if now that we've finished all these optimization, how is everything working? Also, from last stream, I think it was on Friday, or around that period, we saw that there was an announcement in the Game Maker channel in the Discord server, and that was about the stability of the engine. So we know that there was some issues regarding the stability of the engine, and hopefully all is sorted out now and is working much better. So let's try it. Let's see how it's working. By the way, how much frames per second are we getting today?
I turn on that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
while running, yeah.
17, 18. That's usually your normal, right? During the stream.
Well, usually it's yes, it's a 20 at the moment. So yeah.
But it's so strange. Do you remember when we used to stream and it was around 23 frames per second?
Yeah, the FPSs are quite hard to
To understand.
yeah to pro- how to say um prognose or just have a feel of how it works behind the scenes.
It does. It really is. So if you're not, if you're wondering why we're commenting this, it's because we already did a lot of optimization. So we deleted a lot of assets. We just optimized a lot of things. And surprisingly, instead of getting our game faster in terms of frames per second, it's actually declining. It's getting slower, or we having less frames per second. So we're kind of torn in here. Like, okay, this does not make any sense to us. So we're deleting stuff, we're freeing up the map, and we're getting less frames per second. So what? How does this work actually? So it's a bit confusing. I have to be honest. But in the end, hopefully,
No.
that when playing, even though frames per second might be decreased, maybe the game is running overall faster. So that would be one good thing. By the way, the only way to get from there, no, actually, there's two ways, correct? There's that one,
Three ways. There
three way. Oh yeah,
is
yeah, you can run around as
possible to
well.
parkour around
Yep.
it, and this is the way that you have to parkour a little bit, but you don't have to fight with anything. And there is also, well, the way where you just could just run out of that place. Let's do that. Probably today I do not have
The other one, you did not do the other ones very often. The going
um
around, the
the
climbing
going
going around.
around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can try that too, though it's quite quite some jumping. But probably the easiest one is just running through all of those. All right, so we're missing one room,
Another
and
thing that we have added, it was the torch system, which is a guideline for you to not get lost that often or that easily. So now you have a way to track down your progress inside the mountains. So you can leave these torches along the way, so you know that, okay, I've came from this side or I came from this way. That is much easier for you to track down what's your progress on the map. And we took that feedback regarding easily lost inside the mountain. So with this system, it should be much easier for you. Hey, Dr. Yusel, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you, and thank you for joining. Okay, so far so good in terms of the quest. All looking very well. So there, how would you feel regarding the lag when you're mining? Not the decreased frames per second, but the lag when you're mining.
way better than we had before. So before we did have a lot of grabbing the frame rate when you mine
Mm-hmm.
a block. Right now it's much less feelable that there is a lot of going with logic.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, overall I really see improvement regarding how your task is going. Did we just met? Yeah. Um, so yeah, the destruction of the blocks really did become faster.
Okay, I'm curious how will go the next step, which should be the final one, and then everything is set to go. Uh, I'm really curious, and I'm really expecting that this would improve massively the performance on everything. So, gotta wait and see what's going to happen. We're looking good games, you know a date. Well, we do not have a date yet, but dates will start to roll out soon. So, as we're telling, we're reaching the final steps and final stages of reviewing this game. So, after all of that is done, there's a lot of things that will be start to be announced regarding the game, and not only. There's a lot of beans, a lot of stuff that's about to come out that we've been preparing for you. I'm 100% that you're going to love it. Gibbous, we've been holding this information, all of this stuff that we've been working for so long. And you probably know what I'm talking about. Well, a lot of things that I'm talking about. So it's going to be a fantastic time when we actually get able to deliver all of these beans, all of these news. And hell yeah, this is going to be exciting for all the reasons. And when you get to know it, we're going to love to see your feedback on it. I'm pretty sure that it will be groundbreaking for this space. It's never been done before, anything similar like that. So once again, we're very curious to know what will be your opinion. Playing Minecraft and getting an NFT, Dr. Yusel. Yeah, and even more than that. Let's say that even that playing Minecraft and getting NFTs, the NFTs themselves will be useful for you to craft other NFTs, which also will give you boosts and will serve as game passes as well into other titles in the Pickaxe Master. Hey, Freddenford, how you doing? Welcome in. Good morning to you. So we were just telling everyone regarding the changes that we were doing in the map and what you worked on recently regarding the dialogues, optimizing those dialogues, the switches as well. And yeah, we're kind of just changing everything. By the way, we probably need to put indicator, like the objective
There.
indicator, but I did not see on that one.
The logic does have indicators. We in Fred made double sure that they're there, but it does not show them.
Does not show them.
Yep. Well, on the settings, the indicator is there.
Is there
on the preset, but it does not seem to indicate.
Is it connected with the? Okay, I don't know. let's try to give a couple pair of eyes on it just to see if we all could spot on something.
It does not show it.
No, on the logic side.
Oh,
to see if there could be something. Well, usually most of the times when things don't work, software, the program is always right. Or so I would see that let's just see what if there's something that we could have missed. Hey Sid, how you doing? Welcome in. And by the way, we were just talking about the bot that you were programming, which is really cool. And Gibish actually had a really cool suggestion if we needed to change the language that we're coding. And he was telling regarding ChatGPT as well. Because, well, you know how ChatGPT is becoming. It's just on the word of mouth for everyone. And it's such a useful resource. And he was telling me that, yeah, you know that you can use this to sort of like a Google translator, just to translate one language to another. So the same as you would use from, for example, English to Italian or to French or to Portuguese or to whatever language. From what I've understood, you can also do that from JavaScript to C++ to so on. And that is very, very cool. You program in one language, and then AI programs you in every other language, which now would be just a matter of method. So, Gibbers, let's say you're more proficient with one programming language, but you do want to get this work in another language. So basically, you could work with the thing that you know more, that you're more professional or you're more knowledgeable with, and then just ask AI to translate that into a new language.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's really beneficial to learn the language in this kind of way. Currently, I'm learning C++.
Oh,
It's
right.
the syntax is very not clear for me. Oh, I need one last artifact. Yeah, but yeah, you could. Well, for example, the codex. There is artificial intelligence codex,
Hmm.
OpenIE, and the main purpose is to know all of the languages and possibility to translate from one to another.
Well, so far, all of this seems working very well. But you're learning C++?
Well, I'm learning the syntax, so it's a process, there to learn syntax and how it works. It's you could like just read, some basic rules, and
Hmm.
you say that I did read them, but I don't understand them. So you really need to try to program to understand the syntax, or to you need hands on the job to really understand something. So I would not say that I'm actively learning. I'm just trying to get familiar with the syntax. So I'm just whatever I have possibility to see code in C++, which I'm able to understand. It's really helpful. For example, if you need a random number generator, so you just ask for some kind of thing like that, and you see the code, and well, you start to understand how the syntax is going. So that's the uh, how I try to learn that. But yeah, it's not like I'm actively programming something with C++. So yeah.
Well, it's knowledge, it's information. Once you'll need it, you'll know it.
Well, yeah, C++. I'm not sure. For example, is there C plus or is there another one language C plus plus? I
There's
know that
there's
there's
C there's C uh, not roots, not basic C.
C sharp.
C sharp, yeah, C sharp. And there's C plus plus.
I did not read that. All right. Um, there's C. There's C plus plus. There is a lot of C's, I think.
Okay.
Um, I, I did someday
I
found some sort of
thought there was
list.
some sort of quest line down there near the climbing route. Can you see what was happening? And also, Sid is saying that you can integrate ChatGPT into the Discord server, and he's asking if you should integrate. I saw something popping up like a quest there. Oh, maybe it's the rune, the red one that's nearby this place, right?
No, the red room is not nearby. This is the artifact. Probably you saw.
Okay, maybe it was that one I was seeing. I think it's a
Um,
great idea to integrate, but it should have some sort of reason to be there,
yeah, exactly. And for example,
a
for us, I'm
purpose.
not sure. I did saw the code that you can. Well, ChatGPT 4. So this week there is ChatGPT 4, and basically OpenIE gives you step-by-step instructions how to
Oh,
make
that did not trigger, by the way, the quest.
It did not.
So maybe we have
Um,
to get it bigger, the detection range of the rune.
no, yeah, I needed to jump.
Okay.
Um, so OpenIE gives
It's
step-by-step
still
instructions how to
okay. There
implement
it is.
ChatGPT 4 into Discord.
Mm-hmm.
An interesting thing is that ChatGPT 4 starts to understand images.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty neat. So that will be a game changer, I think.
It will. I saw that picture of someone writing a website into a napkin and then asking it to make a website out of it.
I think
They
this was the official stream of OpenAI,
okay,
not full week ago. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be fire. So to you, in order, at least for me, to make sense to implement AI into a Discord bot, it would need to have a clear reason to be there, a clear instruction on why to use it. So maybe it could be, for example, lore related. It could be something that's related with the history of the Misty Mountain or with the dwarves or with something like that. It could be like a tool to generate a lore, like an ongoing process. Like we're writing the history of the game. You know, when you enter a game and you already have all the setup of the lore of the story. Well, I think that. Oh, getting a call. Cannot answer now.
Yeah, actually, with these kind of language models, you could like
Mhm,
give instructions to the model that he's, for example, is Denden, and
mhm.
you are near the mountain. You live in this cave or in this house, and whatever some sort of uh, not player but user or just a person writes, "Hey Denden, what are you doing?" And then ChatGPT is answering like, "I'm just roaming around in the Misty Mountain and yeah, looking at all of these miners." It
Mhm.
could be, some sort of chat inspired kind of function where
It could be.
NPCs can become more alive. But yeah, this is quite a thing to implement, I think,
I would not be
because
surprised. You know why? Because actually, Sandbox is implementing AI. They had this announcement, which I'm looking right now on their Twitter, and it is. Okay, so I'm going to share this on the links. So this was something that was posted last week. It was announcement by the Sandbox, and they're partnering up with Scenario GG. So basically, what they're going to do with Scenario GG is to implement AI on Vox edits. So yeah,
why Vox said it.
to generate assets. So you can generate images. Then you would be able, okay, I want this thing, and then AI Vox edits. But the thing is, it's compatible. So whatever you make it, you can use it already on the game maker.
Interesting, very interesting. They do have the
Yeah.
assets to be able to do that. Because if you, well, first you need a model
Hmm.
which understands 3D things. I did had my hands on one of the cutting edges. I do know, it did show you
Hmm.
how it's possible to generate 3D files. But regarding the voxelization, it's
Hmm.
quite interesting. So if they are having a model which is already compatible with the voxel kind of engine,
Yep.
it's quite powerful. Um, though I really hope that it does have some more flexibility.
Hmm.
Um, for example, we do have well, what for example I could able to do with a lot of work and a lot of research and things is just to to generate some sort of 3D file, then turn it into voxels, and it will be like a one VXM file.
Hmm.
But the thing that I loved Vox Edit is because you can turn the voxel to an angle, and to explain this to a model, it's quite hard, and I do not know how to do that.
Probably in the
So
first version of it, it would not have like angled
yeah,
voxels. It would be just like
yeah,
straightforward. I think that it's a great tool. It won't be, for example, final models, but just for prototyping. Like you need a prototype, but then you want like the very end final model. Then you're going to
yep,
still have to edit. You still have to make this, customize it. I don't think that will ever replace the work of any of our Vox editors, like any of our artists around the sandbox. But it will be a great tool just to speed it up the creation, because you could create a base template, a model out of it. It's just super fast with it. You just type in whatever you want to make, and it will create something for you. And then from there, you can personalize it or go into details over there. So I think it will be very, very powerful if also used that way. Yeah, that's something. If you so they're also opening up here a whitelist for the Scenario GG partnership with the Sandbox. So if you want to be one of the first to participate in that link, I just posted in the chat, going into Twitter, the Sandbox Twitter. If you go look into the comments, the first one, which is from the Sandbox themselves, they said that they're opening up an allow list for our creators to test out Scenario AI generator. I didn't put our email, of course, so we could try it. And if you're interested in trying it, also go into that Twitter post, read the comments, and there's going to be a Google form there where you can put your email address, and then probably you're going to be whitelisted or selected to participate on the first trials. And probably they're doing this before opening up to the public, just to collect some feedback, some data as well on how it's working, what are the struggles, what could be improved, etc. All those stages and all those phases that every product does go through. By. And by the way, Gibesh, I think that while we're doing this, after you break that pickaxe, so you're mining with iron pickaxe. I am correct, or I am wrong?
I think yes. But I did have that a lot of quests, so I do not remember completely. I think yes.
Either way, whatever pickaxe it is, when it breaks, let's get one for our lucky miners here that are watching the stream. And by the way, I do have to apologize for not announcing the winner on the raffle for last week, Mascara by Vox Machina Studios. My bad. We will do it today. So last week was kind of hectic, kind of crazy week, let's say. A lot of meetings and a lot of things that were announced as not announced, but were confirmed in our ends. So it was a very busy week, and I have to apologize that I actually did not find any time to do that raffle because the workload was kind of immense. So I don't want to go it unnoticed, and we will be making that raffle today. So good luck, everyone. And I have to comment, today it seems quite stable, the logic. So you're mining for quite some time, and everything seems to be coming out very sweet so far.
Yep.
So actually, although we have less frames per second, the stability of the game itself, it kind of feels like, yeah. Another metric I've not looked that much, it's so under the frames per second, you have that millisecond, right? So that is the ping.
No, it's how much it takes, at least for what I understand, how much it takes one frame to be generated.
Those milliseconds, okay.
Yep.
So we have that second one whenever we're doing the logic part. It also increases those milliseconds. So it would...
Basically, it's the FPS. So basically, it's a different metric to count how much frames you have.
Oh. Okay.
So basically, it takes 60 or around 60 milliseconds to generate one frame, and per second you are then able to generate a number of those frames. So yeah, I think that's the thing what is shown here.
By the way, just out of curiosity, can you try to talk with the furnace? Because we needed also one of those switches there, and I'm not sure if Fred did find that one in that quest line, or if it was easy for him to understand. Before you activate, just go to the furnace inside and try to talk with the furnace. Yeah, these should not be to smelt. It does not happen anything.
Yeah, I did press, but
nothing happened.
Yeah.
So we can talk with that one. Is there any other quest that's been unlocked? Do you see any other exclamation marks?
I'm not sure.
Also, that indicator should not be. I see also that there were a couple of indicators that were showing up, and they do not look that good while showing up. But that's an easy fix.
Well, I see that quest, but I want to finish other quests before
No,
that.
but up there, browses, it's not its time, and then maybe it's also not the time to do the climber. Oh, I saw another exclamation mark, so maybe that one has already been unlocked.
It's that one.
Okay.
The climbing dude is giving a quest. Yeah.
Okay, let's try to take it as well, just to see if we get to see
At
the
right now.
indicators. We don't have to do it, just to. Well,
I'm thinking that will not see the quests.
Yeah. Okay,
on
let's
the
not.
screen.
Okay, now too late. Don't worry about it. We'll just complete one of those. Oh, what happened?
So
it did not give you the quest.
No.
Why?
I'm not sure. But it does give exclamation mark points on the
or maybe
on
it
the
did give the
starts.
quests. So it did not trigger the general quest, which is the one to complete all these 4 climbing routes. Okay. In this case, let's try to complete.
I will just want to just finish this pickaxe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's wrap one.
So if you have not filled it up yet, please do type in exclamation mark, like you can see in here, and fill it up that form so you could be one of the lucky miners today. There's another one also in the Discord server, which is a private tab only for pickaxe owners. And if you do fill that one, we'll be raffling in between one and another. Okay, so parts, I think we can give these beans out. So if you do own a pickaxe, you will be getting some tickets. And the higher the rarity of the pickaxe, the more tickets you're going to receive. So legendary will get more. Epic will get a little bit less. And then so on, so on, so on, so on. And we'll leave it just like that. But you will be receiving some tickets soon. What are those tickets for? You will have to wait and see what they're for. But they will be for something very good. Hey, Philip. Good morning. How are you doing? Happy day for you, too. You just joined in at very, very good timing because we were talking about that pickaxe owners will be getting some tickets. And let's say that these tickets won't be used on, how do we call it? It won't be used once and destroy kind of thing. Yep. For more information on it, we will have to wait for the official announcements on what they are, how to get them, and what do they serve for. Okay, so I see that the pickaxes in that bench seem to be spawning a little bit to the left every time. So they do not stack up. Is that correct?
Yep.
Do not trigger that one yet, that quest. I just want to see. Okay, so we have that indicator that says parkour starts. It does not look good.
We have the opportunity to raffle a pickaxe right now.
We do.
Right. Let's get to somewhere nice and let's do that. So Bruno, should we go with the pickaxe owners?
I think so.
All right. Oh, all right. So here's the wheel.
Okay.
Let me shuffle. And Bruno, whatever you're ready, say spin and let's spin it.
Okay. Let's do it. Spin. Good luck, everyone. Let's see who gets to be the first lucky miner of this week. of the stream of today. And I was looking here. To maybe I can even raffle this on stream, maybe.
And it's 3-2 confirmed. Oh wow.
All right, congratulations.
What a persistence.
It is. And hey, you can see here, this is live, completely random. We have no idea, no control on the outputs, on what's going to be, who is going to be chosen. Hey, 322 confirmed. What will be mining for you today? I think we all know the answer by now. But let's double check. Stone and gravel. Okay. Now you got me surprised. And I'm looking forward to see that. It needs to drop a gemstone soon. I'm very confident that anytime soon we should have something dropping by.
3-2 confirmed. Is it mask or is it a hat? Which one you want to mine with?
Or the miner mech.
Or the miner mech?
Mascara.
Yeah. I wish that we could like put more things on our avatar, like put hat and mask and whatever we want to on the avatar.
Maybe we could. Maybe in the future we'll have like a secondary inventory slot, like where you could overlap stuff. That would just be smart, I would say, because that would make more NFTs into use at the same time. And everyone, please
stone
say good luck.
And gravel. So let's maybe do one by one, like mine one gravel, mine one stone, mine one gravel, and so on and so on. But of course, yeah, good lucks for the 322 confirm to mine. We did mine stone right now.
And let's see how much can we rank up today. All right.
Some stone. We need some stone. Let's get deeper.
Also, another thing that we can share, because we know that we have to do this, is that we'll be transforming our beautiful dwarfs that we have made from a custom template into the small avatar template. Yeah. So that custom that we did it like 1 year ago. Actually, more than 1 year ago. If you remember, there used to have a custom template, an open custom template in the Sandbox Fox Edit, which is no longer there. So you might be asking yourself, what are you talking about? So, but 1 year ago, there was another version of Fox Edit, and that function was available there. It was open for us to play with it. And that's how we built the lucky miners, the dwarf avatars. But we'll have to change those into small avatars, and we do have to say they look damn cute. Did you saw one already, Gibash?
No.
They were actually done before even these ones. It's the same model.
Well, I do remember with Gush we were talking about that, but it was really long time ago, and I do not remember seeing it one. Though I do know that there was one.
Yeah, they're actually, it's really cool because they're already done. At least for the, let's call it skins, for the templates, those are already set and done. But yeah, that will be a migration, and eventually we will be trading all of these NPCs in the future into that small setting. So, but that will come later on in the future. No, nothing to worry about it now, and nothing to be concerned. So that's one thing that we'll have to do for the future.
Right, we're mining, but no drops yet. Let's keep on doing that.
Okay, I'm just going to check real fast because I'm getting my family to call me. And whenever that
Of course,
happens,
Bruno.
I'm just like, okay, is it something happening? I will be right back. And 322 confirmed. Good luck. And Gibash, let's do this. If eventually you stop it, let's do some more of the quests. Let's see what's happening up there with the NPC that gives the climbing, just to make sure why it's not triggering the general quest.
Yep.
Okay, I'll be right back. Just need to make sure whatever it's happening here.
Oh, I thought that it did drop something. Let's keep mining. So yeah, I don't know. The things that I really can talk are it's easy for me to talk is ChatGPT. Just seeing that Sid is thinking about bots. Well, for me regarding the IE topic, I do enjoy more speaking with humans. It does feel much more natural, and I don't think that person who works with IE is not able to tell the difference. I'm thinking that basically, if you're talking with person, you know that you're talking with person, at least for now. So the Turing test, it's still for the for the experts. They think they're not good enough for experts to know is it a person or is it a IE. But for example, for me, probably some cutting edge GTP models are quite human like. That probably I would not see the difference, or maybe not see but feel the difference. So yeah. Oh, can I not hit you? What? Okay. Yeah, but overall, what are your viewers' ideas regarding the GTP models? I do think that art, like image generative um, models, are getting like really useful for a lot of people, and even the artist maybe at the moment starts to understand the power of the tool. It does not make their life harder. I think it makes their life easier to create art. But of course, once you use the IE models to create art, you're already like losing some part of creativity. Not maybe not losing, but giving that part to someone else to do. So yeah, it's actually quite complicated topics in sense of ethics. Should we like create these kind of tools which is taught by the artists that do not live very wealthy, and the programmers who do live quite wealthy create a oh, the pickaxe has broken and we did not drop anything. 322 confirmed. Oh no, this is one of those where we did not get anything, and Ruby Pickaxe and nothing dropped. Oh, that's unfortunate. But let's just double check. No, we did got one coal. Let's go. Let's go check. I'm pretty sure we did drop at least
One
one.
coal,
I think
but
no,
we did with
but
we
yeah,
only mined.
yeah. So this
Here it's
coal
back.
is from my mining before, but yeah, that's the thing. I did not saw or shout out the drop, because I would shout out that we did drop something, and basically did not happen.
This is very unfortunate. A322 confirmed. This time you were not lucky. I think it is the first time actually you're mining and you did not get any prize. So hopefully next time you'll be with more luck.
So I'm thinking of resuming the quest.
Oh yeah, let's do this. And hey, how you doing? Seven Summits Mountaineer. Welcome in. How's your Monday doing so far? And I was also thinking that, so you know that we have a lot of expansions that, okay, let me get this camera at the right angle. Okay, perfect. So you know that we have a lot of things going on for here, and then a lot of expansions as well. And one of the things that we'll mostly having is this type. Oh, look at that. No luck, and then boom, boom. Two prizes at the same time. God damn it. This should have been on 3Q2 confirmed time to do. But one of the things that we expect, and we will be looking forward, and I would love to be proved wrong, is that in the metaverse, here at Sandbox, there's going to be a lot of new type of jobs created, which would be the metaverse jobs. For example, in here, there's going to be a game mode that will be for a league. So that's going to be a competition that most likely, due to the tools that we currently have, it's not possible to have this automated. So most likely, we will need to have online referees, in-game referees, someone that's going to. So imagine that you have, for example, a soccer play, or you have this type of. You have a match. It could be baseball, it could be basketball, it could be football, it could be probably any type of sports. Usually, there's a referee to get a hang on the game. So if we're going to run, for example, a competition, Team A versus Team B, and this is a competitive, so it's play to earn, so we can consider that as some sort of esports. I would imagine, and I would see this happening very, very often, which would be online referees that you have to go into. So we have these rules to participate, but there's a couple of steps that you probably, due to logic, cannot completely control it in an automatic way. At least it's too complex for these builds. So you would need to have someone there that's confirming that you're just doing what you're supposed to do. You're not doing anything shady. So basically, you have someone saying that, yeah, okay, this is the valid entry. This player is ready, and they all met the conditions. Okay, Team B is also ready. They met the conditions. They are not doing anything shady. Let's start the game, and they will be controlling it. Basically saying like, okay, this was a valid match. Both teams played as it was supposed to play the game. They were matching each other, and this was the rightful winner. So that way, it's a way to confirm and enforce that the players are actively playing the game as it's designed and as it's supposed. And the only way to enforce it is to actually have a referee there, just saying like, hey, this has been a valid match. I was there, I watched it, and this was done as intended. So I would see that this would become some sort of metaverse job in the future, and probably one of the first ones that will appear as well, because we know how powerful gaming is and how much games are being made in here. My question is, you that you're watching this stream, would you consider yourself, like, if there were sort of like job openings, let's say, I would imagine, I'm not sure how would this go, but for example, every match that you want to run yourself as a referee. And every match that you do, you'll get this amount of sand, for example, as a prize just for being there. Would you be interested in something like that? Like, would you see yourselves like, hey, okay, I would not mind to be a referee in here and just to make a couple extra on the side, for example, there's going to be a game. Imagine that there's going to be like 2 hour window periods. That's going to be game scheduled, and you have to be there in that 2 hour period. Some matches might take from 15 to 30 minutes. So you would be, for example, refereeing 3 or 4 matches between that window period, and you would be getting some extra sound on it. Would you find that something fun to do, to be refereeing matches in esports type of environments? Or I'm curious, what's your opinion? What's your take on it? Because personally, I would see that happening a lot. And my first thought is, imagine that you remember the game jam that was regarding the tower battle? Yeah, so you
Probably.
would,
Yep.
so there was a game jam that the mechanic was, so you know this game that is Clash Royale. So you play some units and then the units fight themselves, like in a sort of automatic way.
I do imagine it, but yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think I'm
imagine
imagining
that,
something.
imagine that setup, but instead of having the NPCs, so instead of placing the NPCs to kill other NPCs, you're actually putting, let's call it, some weapons that they're going to target the enemy avatars. So imagine that type of game that you're going to play some traps, and you'll have to go through these not maze, but you have to go through this path to go into the enemy territory. And let's say that you would be able to place some of those traps or some of those mechanisms if you own that NFT, for example. So let's imagine I own a cannon NFT. I own a cannon NFT, and now I can place this cannon NFT that will shoot at my enemies. Imagine that this is a competitive mode, so I bought that NFT, I have that advantage. And I have that advantage for my team. So myself, as for example, there should be appointed, for example, some sort of team leader, like a captain, that's responsible for the team during that gameplay. And he's like, okay, so within this team's wallet, we've got this cannon, we've got this not crossbow, like that, those giant crossbows, how they're called, like they're not, it's not beasts, it's not not javelin. Okay, but you imagine what I'm saying, right?
Yep.
Those huge, giant, fixed crossbows. Okay, so let's imagine that you have like some sort of fire catapult as well, and you have all of those NFTs. So that referee is going to check the team's wallet, and they're like, okay, I can see you have this, this, this. Okay, you are allowed to use these NFTs. And there's, for example, a speaker that you're able, like, okay, what do you want to place in here? And if you do not have a referee, you could be placing power-ups that you do not own. But while having a referee, you can choose from that list the ones that he has on his wallet, and the referee goes by, okay, you've chosen these ones, and I confirm that you have it. Okay, you're ready to go. You're confirmed. The same referee would do to the other team on the opposite side. Okay, you place all of this stuff, you're ready to go. And then it would go so sort of like, okay, do you want to lock up the setup? And then that would destroy those dialogues, which means that you no longer can add more. For example, in this type of mechanics, this is just an example, you can no longer add more stuff into it, and it's fixed. Now it's finished. So that way, a referee would be controlling the environment. Okay, these two persons have used these power-ups that they have in their team wallets. So these confirms they can use this stuff. And then they would start to play the game of one versus the another. Do you see where I'm going here in terms of how you could be using those NFTs in your wallet and have a referee just to confirm that also you're using in the right way in game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the regarding the referees, yeah, I also do see them a job opening for this kind of thing. Yeah.
By the way, can you give a better look on that place? We don't come here very often. So this is like the final room you'll be. If you decide to do the lore, this is where you eventually end up, which is pretty much like hell. With all of these bones, all of this stuff. Wah, you fall into my trap, you fool. Now prepare to face the wrath of a real troll witch. Oh, there he goes. Bam. Not looking good. Ferocious. This is actually quite a challenge because he's always healing up. Just think how much he's healing up towards the damage. It feels fair, I would say. I think it's not too complicated. Probably you're going to need that control of blocking and attacking really well done. Here we go. Actually, it should do something. Let me see if I can get whenever we complete that stage, if we can get like an asker just to say a message like, "Hey, you've completed. Now do this. Now go back to Dandan. Dandan, no, go back to Steel Braids." I've
Well,
been
it does
testing.
right to return to Steel Braids.
I know, just like a gentle reminder, you know. I think it's never. It's not too much to go over the top on it. So, did you try the in betweens every quest?
Well, I did try almost everywhere where I could, but probably not all of them.
But so far it was working well, and I think I remember seeing Fred try to do it once and was also going well through all the stages. And you also did that yesterday, right?
Sunday, yeah. No, not Sunday,
Yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday.
All right, so we finish this one. Then we will have to one
Cross the
more
portal.
and yeah, we can just go mine again. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we should raffle another one. It's 1 hour. I think we're going to raffle one now and another one
Right.
towards like the 1 hour and 30. Okay, so far the only quest that seems to have a very, very small bug is the climbing quest that's not launching the general quest. So it's launching all the mini quests. We can see it from the exclamation marks, but we cannot see the general one being popped out, being triggered on. So we have to see why is that happening, where it's not triggering actually the message. So we did first for Pickaxe owners, and this one is for public, open.
Yep.
Okay.
Open.
Everyone, good luck, and let's get you a Pickaxe for you to mine.
Let's spin it. Oh.
Let's do it. So referees, yeah, I would see that happening in so many use cases. For example, that was just one. Let me see if I can think of another example on what could be a good example use case of a referee. And also, if you do have any ideas as well or suggestions on how you could use a referee for any type of games, let us know in the chat too.
And it's Ikion.
Ikion, congratulations. It's time to get you some cool prizes. Let us know if you're watching the stream. And if you are, let us know what type of blocks you want to mine. GG. And you, Gibish, do you have any ideas on what a referee could do inside the metaverse?
Oh, well, regarding the referees, for some period of time, I think it will be useful. Though I'm thinking that it's possible to make things that do not need a referee. So, for example, stone. All right. I mean that you could create some sort of logic which is already working as a referee. Um, and I also see that artificial intelligence could fill that gap.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure about referees, but
That will
I
take
definitely
time.
see that happen. But it will take time to
Mm-hmm.
make it
Implement.
like non-human, no human
And
help needed.
100% and 100% customizable, because we're talking about certain parameters that a human can distinguish, and
Yeah.
AI may not be able to see certain nuances, certain details about how the rules are made of. And
Well,
Icon
if
has
we
chosen
consider,
stone.
yep. So I'm just wanted to check if the vault is ready. Good.
Okay.
It should be everything. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't try to compare humans to IE. IE is definitely not possible to do that, but want a gold pickaxe. But it will improve drastically with all of the things that is happening right now and all of the microchips and all of the development. It's going to the moon, in my kind of view. So we will have very sophisticated assistants, and that assistant could like make sure that the things are done right. At least
Mm-hmm.
in my kind of view, I see that IE
Well,
is taking over all of the simple things. So I do imagine that some people just will not use um,
it will take some time to reach
IE,
that
but yeah.
plateau of the that plateau
So
of work as intended. Let's say of actually being not how do I want to say to be that detailed into tasks and to
yeah,
feel it
uh,
100% as
the
intended.
other thing is probably what is already done is like if there is a sorry, restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
so people can order to bring some drinks or something. So
Mm-hmm.
bartender, something like that. Though again, I do see that in my kind of metaverse things, I think that bartenders are not humans.
Mm-hmm.
If we can make a robot who will make you a shake, probably it will happen. Um,
There's nothing like
regarding
the touch of dedication. I think that no AI will be able to do that. And I think that
mm,
when you're cooking, just to make
but in
like
the
a
metaverse, not in real life, in the
oh okay
metaverse.
in the metaverse okay
Yeah, in the metaverse where there is digital assets. So, for
okay okay
example, if
okay.
you ask a coffee, I don't want to see any human being sitting near PC and trying to make me a coffee which is digital.
Hmm.
So I will
I
try to
think it
make.
will be for something. I think it will be like in terms of human, like you're saying, like a bartender. I would not see it as a bartender to actually serve you a digital coffee. I think I would see the bartender as a host, someone that's there to talk with you and to entertain you.
Yeah, it's possible to do this with humans, though I really think that humans should more enjoy life and work less. So
Hmm.
they should maybe create some. So I do not think that at least if I can do something, I will
Hmm.
try to do that.
We were talking as
People,
jobs, so we all got to
yeah,
work on something, right? Either it's on the metaverse, it's on at a mall, either it's at somewhere. Somebody's got to work somewhere. I work at the metaverse, of course, but it's also work. So what I want to say is it's going to, I don't think it's going to replace or it's intended to be a replaceable or as for something, but it's going to actually create more jobs as as opposed to that. So there's actually an opportunity there for someone to provide something extra. So usually where do jobs come from? There's a problem or there's a gap. There's a problem, there's a gap, and there's no solution for it. And then usually there's where new technology comes to fill that gap and solve that problem. And usually people can also be, yeah, Mr. Mountain, what's up today? You're like Monday grumpy? I think it's
He
because
does
we
not.
have not said good luck to Econart. Let's do this. Come on, Mr. Mountain. Kind of feels grumpy today, like Monday grumpiness.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, definitely. Jobs are needed. But well, regarding the metaverse should be, a thing of future, at least in my mind. So,
Hmm.
and the place where we can like do things differently. So, maybe somewhere, in some places which really will enjoy people, they will do everything by humans. But I do see that IE is like um, accelerating the metaverse. Basically, all of the generated art is, at least in my kind of mind, is creating the metaverse. So basically, it's whatever you could like imagine. It's everything you could imagine. Um, and yeah, so regarding people work in metaverse, well, I really think that no drop.
What? No drop as well? Come on, Mr. Mountain, you're really being something today. Mm. Fellas, Pink Floyd is strong
Mhm.
today.
So just to finish that mine, I do think that all of the, at least not all, but most jobs in the metaverse will be creative ones. So basically,
Great.
for you to create something, um, um, yeah.
For example.
Regarding some sort of simple things, simple tasks,
Hmm.
I do imagine that people will try to do it automatically. For some kind of periods, probably people will be you needed in those sectors. But later on, we will definitely see a lot of automation. And
But
but
for example, here it is, and welcome, Blue Tulip. For example, let's say that we have with all of these avatars collections, there's let me see. For example, let me say People of Crypto, which was one of the first. So they were that was a pretty well distributed. So by the time that the mint was done, I think there were about like 7,000 or different owners. So that's a big community right there, and they had their own land there. And imagine just to be able to accommodate and welcome those, you would have someone in a metaverse as a host. So you'd be someone welcoming all these people that would be answering your questions like an AMA, like an Ask Me Anything. So not only you're welcoming your community members, but you're also uh, having someone there to live answer while they're playing the game. Like gather around everyone, let's make some raffles or giveaways, or let's tell a story or something. So um,
in what kind of platform do you imagine this? Is like, do you see this happening in the sandbox? Like
I do
having people. mm,
hosts.
uh, for example, what the situation that you just explained, like for example, if there's
Hmm.
some sort of event and there's a person who is just um, saying hello to all of the people who come into, I'm not sure, into an experience, for
You
example,
have
or
that in
into
the you
land.
have that in physical life, right?
Yeah, Yeah,
Why
we do
would you
have
not have
that,
it in the
but
metaverse? You have an event that's having attendees of 5,000 people. You have 5,000 members that actually are like they're part of a club because they bought that
yeah,
NFT.
but because of technology, at least in my kind of mind, we will never see 5,000 people in one server.
Of course. But it could be a
So
special one, like, hey, you want to talk with this person? Go to this room or go to this instance. For example, one thing I would see a very good idea if, for example, I usually have a lot of ideas, and
some copper ore,
come
but
on,
not in the
it's
right
always when
time.
yeah when we're not giving that away. Okay, for example, if I was to make, for example, today, okay, I want to make a company. What could I make in the metaverse? I would probably do something as related with like hostess, like having hosts that you could rent for your events, or referees. Because right now, you know that you cannot make certain type of games because they're not automated, right? Because it lacks such certain features for you to make sure that when players go, they are playing fair.
But the thing that what I see with hosts, those people are usually somewhat known. For example, if there is some sort of gaming event, so
Hmm.
usually there is some sort of really known streamer who hosts the event.
Hmm.
So inside of metaverse, well, for me it would be so much cool if Gordon Freeman would come and introduce me to maybe just if it's some sort of a Half-Life experience, and
Hmm.
the person itself comes and just hey, come and sit there and with all of the others. So I do see that. Well, for hosting, you have to know the person. You have to know the event. It's really dependent on
You
the
have to start
event.
somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Imagine that, like, okay, I'm going to specialize myself as being a host, and I'm going to first, I'll start with this one. You have to start somewhere. Everyone has to start somewhere.
I
Why?
definitely see space used for that, but I would not see it like mainstream, at least in my mind. So, but I'm not sure. Um, that's
Okay,
just
well,
my opinion.
for example, from the experience that you know that I host a fantasy league before, and around season, I think it was around season 4, we introduced a new type of competition. So it was a league format, so teams would have to play with all the other teams, and we introduced, in between of the seasons, we introduced a sort of tournament, which is a elimination tournament, which would happen in the between of the seasons. And in those, it was a tournament that we would host just to, well, it was at that period, and we're like, okay, let's make this because we could make it thematic, we can make some fun stuff, and people loved it, so we kind of kept it running. And on the finals, we actually had this show, which would be, so I was the head moderator of it, so I was hosting it as well, and the other moderators, we would all jump into a Discord call. We would ask the team leaders from each teams to share the screen with us, and we would mount it up on a Twitch stream. And we would actually, it was not a Twitch, it was a Discord stream, into a Discord stream, and then we would stream it for everyone. So basically, we got the Discord server, the voice channel. It was before the events, so it was that time where there was like a fixed, I think it was around 50 or 60 that members that could go into a voice chat. It was capped. And man, that was full. Like, people were complaining, like, okay, I want to see this. Like, it got just, we were not expecting to have all of these amount of viewers or participants that wanted to see the finals of the tournaments. So basically, it was myself and the other moderators commenting the game, because we were watching from both point of views, like from side to side. You were seeing both the teams clashing against each other, and we're commenting it, basically live streaming it as well. And what we found out is that there were actually a lot of people wanting to watch. So they're playing the game, they're participating in the competition, and now there's a final. So those are the two best clans that are playing this game, that are within this competition. And hey, all the other players from all the other clans, from all the other guilds, you're interested in watching that game. You're very curious, like, I want to see how the best play, like, what can I learn from them? Or, well, you're watching your competition play for some, or they could be the ones that kick you from the competition, like they outperformed you, and you're seeing the two ones in the finals. So what we discovered is that whenever we host those type of events, we got it completely crowded. Like the first time, people were complaining like, okay, the server is full, like this has over 50 people, I cannot access, like I want to watch it. So people were just trying to get over it. They were just trying to get there to watch it. And the solution that they found is to then so people that got in there, they were restreaming for other people as well. So that was quite funny, like how they found the solution to scale it out. So I'm not sure how much people in the end were able to reach with that event, but the thing is, a new content was created. That content did not exist before. We were not hosts. We did not present anything. Like we were just running the fantasy league just for fun. And now we decided to make something cooler, which was to present the final. And it turned out to be a huge success. There was more demand than actually the server could handle. Hey, we did not know that this was actually something that people wanted. So we discovered that if there was someone that could have the role of doing that every match or every day for a certain period of whoever plays within that time frame, that could have led into, so we have more than 1,000 people in that server, just from players that were playing that fantasy league. That means that from those 1,000 players, you could have easily, if there was enough people interested in watching other teams play and have someone just dedicated, to have maybe every stream with 500 to 100 people watching those games, just regular games as well. Now, if you look at it, there's an audience there, and there's someone that could be doing that as well in terms of growing him as a host and the show itself as a competition. So both can grow in there. That's why I'm saying, so for example, we have the Pickaxe Master, we have the Misty Mountain, and there could be someone that goes like, hey, whoever wants to participate in this live stream, go to the Discord channel and live stream your gameplay. And he could be there, he's getting Twitch, and he has access to, let's say, for example, 12 people that are playing, and he could highlight mining sessions at his will. So I'm going to take a pic of this person that is mining right now, and then I'm going to take a pic at this other person that is mining right now. He could be changing the view, and he's commenting the gameplays, and he could even run like a competition, like, okay, from all these 12 people that are playing right now, who gets in the next 10 minutes the best prize will get a special prize. And there's like, okay, let's do this, let's try to get the. So in here we have a person, for example, a host, that now is just telling other players to stream their games and to come, and this person is just watching and commenting what they're playing. So now it's created something that did not exist before, and there could be engaging things happening at the same time. You know where my head or this thought process is going towards?
Yeah, of course. The added value is really important, and it's the way how you can create some things. Do I need a pickaxe? No, probably. I'm just seeing that, well, the metaverse is a bit different kind of platform. For example, for me, when I'm thinking about the metaverse, I don't think about Discord. I don't think about Twitch. I don't think about streamers. I'm thinking as a well, call it not a game, but some sort of space where I can meet other people. In very raw form, in the base form, of course. Then we can put on top the Twitch. We can put Discord on top. We can put a lot
you
of
could have
things.
a streaming link inside the game.
Yeah.
You don't need to be on Twitch,
But
you don't need to be on YouTube, or you could just be there in the metaverse, and there could be someone
yeah,
talking
so that's
there as
that I
well.
think is more angled to the thing, at least how I see the metaverse. But of course, you well, oh, silver ore
As-
immediately, very nice. um, well, I think that regarding the jobs in the metaverse, I think
Mhm,
it's very early to think about that, because basically the metaverse is just building.
mhm,
There is not that much developers who decide, not to develop their own thing, but to
mhm.
develop in some sort of platform with other people. Um, so I'm thinking that it's still getting the idea of how it will work, and there is a lot of technology that has to come, and a lot of development that has to happen. But metaverse is still very young, at least in my kind of view.
Mhm.
So thinking of all of the possible jobs, well, I do believe that basically any job that you could like find in real life, you could like adapt it to a metaverse, because
Mhm.
it's basically, at least in my mind, very similar places, very similar space. And basically, for me, it's hard
Imagine,
to
imagine this, Gibbet. Imagine that you're a developer, right? You're building here on the sandbox. You're using GameMaker, you know its tools and its possibilities. And now let's assume that you also know that there's a group, uh, there's a guild, for example, that's very well known in the sandbox, and they provide services as offering someone to be present in your game at a certain schedule that will. Oh, come on, now it's dropping. Okay, now that we see the drops, we should raffle the pickaxe. Let's not waste that luck anymore. We got 3 silver
Should I
ores.
finish the pickaxe?
We can grab a new one. Either way. So imagine that now you have these very well-known group of individuals that are a guild or a clan, or but they're part of the sandbox ecosystem, and you know that their job, their premise, is to offer you the services of providing someone to be online within a time period that will mm, that will make sure that the players are following certain rules. So you don't have to you don't have to rely on bulletproof logics, because the referee is there to confirm that if there's a competition, players are complying with the logic. So that will not make you to make very complex or very bulletproof logic, because you have someone there just making sure you're pressing the right things, you're not pressing too much, or you're not doing over much. And you know that the thing is, you know that exists, and you know that whatever you're building, you can build having in mind that you can use this resource. Would this unlock a new way to see how you're making games in the game maker? Like, okay, I know that I can use this resource, and if this exists, then it means that I can build a different thing. Would it change the way that you see how you build games?
Mm, well, for me, I feel like if I develop something, it should
Hmm.
not need such things. But I do understand that the platform is not giving the tools for
Hmm.
that. So um, you could like, it's a solution, as you said. Like there's a problem, there's a gap, and you fill the gap. Um, so I definitely see a lot of potential for in like referees, as you say. But I do not see it like sustainable, because well, there is, if there is some sort of person who has um to referee, so he has to know the rules.
Mm-hmm.
He has to have a way to control.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to be a server admin or something.
Well, it just has to
Um,
tell like, hey, this person did not comply with the rules. So
and
this,
then I just paying for people just come and just make house, and that person is just sitting looking at house, and I paying him money
well, you're
because you
paying there.
cannot control people like fully. They will do their own thing.
What do you mean?
Like for example, if you have some sort of game,
Yeah.
so there is trolls. I'm basically trolls.
Yeah.
Well, the fam, like the Sam fam, is very smart people. They
Mm-hmm.
will not like destroy things. But
Mm-hmm.
if sandbox really grows to a very very big thing,
There's going
there
to be
will be
trolls.
trolls. Yeah. So and how can you then control that? So you would need an admin. You need a
But
possibility to kick
if you're
to
playing team,
to
okay, you're playing team A versus team B, or a team A versus team B versus team C and team D. Let's imagine team A to team C, they're willingly good players. But let's say team D, it's full of trolls. Let's put that example. And you have a referee there.
Yeah, so in that kind of sense, the referee will just ban the trolls, or just trolls did not do the game right, and the
Yep.
other team wins. And it proceeds the way until all of the people who really want to play the game starts to play.
Are the only
Um,
ones left, right? It's a play to
yeah,
earn environment. Why would you want
but
to kick yourself? So you're buying yourself the NFT passes, you're spending your money to get access to this play to earn, and you're willingly, voluntarily getting banned from it. So you do not earn. Even
yeah,
if you're a troll, that's just a waste. I don't see any. So trolls, they have fun mocking off other people or making other people mad. But there's no benefits. Actually, the most
all right,
by trolling, they're the most what's the opposite of beneficial? They're the most prejudiced, not prejudiced. They're the most
destructive.
yeah, let's say it like that. So they gain nothing because they're trying
Yeah,
to mock, they get banned. And it's like, hey, you just bought yourself a pass and now you're banned from playing because you're
all right,
you're trolling everyone.
and for example, let's continue on this thought.
Hmm.
So, for example, if we have 20 players,
Okay.
then maybe 5 players in one team, 5 players in another team, and there
Okay.
are two more teams, I think it's manageable. But
Hmm.
once you have 150 teams, for
On one server.
people, well, for example, for one some sort of maybe it's a PvP, all right,
Hmm.
and there is a tournament. Who will be the winner?
Okay.
All right, so 100 of teams with five
That's
people.
500. That's 500 players, right?
Yeah, 500 players. All right, so it's a bit more bigger people, a
Okay.
group of people playing already, and then well, we need a person for all of those matches. And
Okay.
it's done in football. In football, all right, there is a lot of
Yep.
teams, there is a
Ref-
lot of,
and there's a lot of
but
referees.
yeah, there's a lot of referees.
Hmm.
So I definitely see it happening. But all right, let's get bigger one more time. So not 500 players, but let's
1,000.
call it 5,000 players. And
Hmm.
it happens then that it starts to be unsustainable.
Well, the thing is, in a play to earn environment, the more players, the more revenue the game makes. The more revenue the game makes, the more referees you can hire. It goes as a circle again. Depending on
Yep.
the type of economy and the type of structure that you've placed on in your play to earn economy. So if you're growing the player base and there's more people playing, there should also be more turnover in terms of the money that's inside the ecosystem. If there's more players, there's more money inside the ecosystem. Also, there's going to be more funds available to pay for these type of jobs as well. At least that's how I would envision, and especially with the type of economy that we're developing here at the Pickaxe Master. So if we have 5,000 active players, it means that the game should be making much more revenue, right? And making more revenue, it also gets us the possibility to have the funds to pay for much more referees.
Yeah.
That way,
I do see this kind of wheel, but I think once you passed maybe 100 teams,
Mm-hmm.
It's if it's a game,
Mm-hmm.
it's possible to. I don't know. I'm just thinking that
It should be divided by
it's
tiers.
it's
At a certain
maybe,
point,
yeah. For example, a good idea. I think what you just
you
suggested,
have
like
to break it down. Like you have to scale it. You cannot be like 100 and whenever you are playing at baskets, handball, football, whatever sport, not all the teams go into the A tier. You have A tier, B tier, C tier. So that actually teams that are facing each other, they're sort of like the power up. They're more balanced. So only A tier teams will play against each other. Only B tier teams will play against each other. Some will be promoted. Some will be delegated, and that way you keep the balance within the tier itself. And imagine that you have 150 teams competing at the same time. You're not going to have one. You're not going to have 150 matches. You're probably going to break it down into 5 tiers. So now you have 5 tiers of 30 uh, teams. So now, if you're just after, so basically you're breaking down one big tournament into smaller tournaments, but they're all interconnected through the tier mode. That's how you keep challenging over time because teams will get stronger. They will try to move up to the A tier. And A tier, it's just like, okay, here's the best of the best. And will be very hard for you to keep on because the last ones will be delegated. So you're always fighting to stay on top of that A tier. And of course, the A tier will pay bigger prizes than staying on the B tier. So everyone is going to try to rank up as much as possible to be on the top of the list, correct? So the referee
yeah.
only has to manage like 30 teams. So it is the amount of matches. It's not 150 matches. It's only 30.
Yeah, yeah. So the winner is Surudo. Oh, God damn it,
Suruda Rio.
Surduriri. Yeah. And yeah, are you here in the chat?
Hell yeah. And by the way, quite some time since we have not looked into the comments. And Fred and Fred says that I think people would show up to be a referee. I also agree. I think there's going to be a lot of referees inside the sandbox. There's going to be multiple type of games that would require a referee. For example, imagine a racing game. You have these Grand Prix. That's an event that happens, for example, once a month. And during that period, you're going to race multiple games. So you're going to have probably one referee at the starting point, and you're going to have a referee at the ending point. So to make sure that, okay, everyone did well on the starting, there was no false beginnings. And at the end, there's going to be someone to see like, okay, I confirm it. This was the person that crossed the line in first place. That way, you cannot rig it. You're really
Surudoi
sure.
Ryu? Sorry, Bruno. Surudoi
Yeah.
Ryu, what are we going to mine? Oh,
Oh.
all right. What? This is the second time you've ever been selected. So you do own a silver pickaxe. It does have 25 health points, and you have a possibility to choose what kind of. Let's go with dirt. All right, understood. So 25 divided by 2, we will have to mine one sand block at the end. So 25 divided by 2 will be
So we have a gold pickaxe?
17. We have a silver pickaxe.
Oh, silver. Okay, silver pickaxe, and we're mining dirt
Dirt.
and one sand. Okay. This is for Surudai Rio. Let me get back into the comments. Let me scroll up. Hey, Ochuti4K, hey, welcome in. How you doing? Good morning, or afternoon, or evening to you, depending where you are. And good Monday.
So yeah, this is regarding some sort of control system. So basically a check system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely see this happening, and there will be probably a lot of these kind of jobs. Other kind of jobs is service, which we should probably everyone know. So, for example, do you imagine, for example, if the metaverse is quite big, do you like see some sort of other? I'm just thinking iron ore. All right.
Hell yeah! Finally, we're seeing some goods. Which I see myself seeing what?
Um, I'm just thinking what kind of else I at least for me I can think of jobs in the metaverse, but I was thinking some sort of driver maybe, taxi,
Taxi. Oh,
though we
guides,
have
metaverse guides. You have
guides. All right, that's yeah. Um,
160,000 lands. Imagine all of that full of experience, and you're like, okay, what's the best in here? There's going to be, I would imagine, the sandbox being full of hidden gems. Like whenever it's really populated, there's going to be crazy, incredible games that are going to be super hard to find, because when you open up the map, there will be just like full of logos, just like, okay, there's so many things to play in here. I don't know where to start. And I would imagine someone that goes like, hey, I'm the sandbox guides. I will show you the best of the best. And could be, for example, a stream like, okay, you guys come here. It could be, for example, Twitch. It could be a Zoom meeting. It could be Google Hangouts. Just like, hey, get this link and watch me stream. Okay, everyone, can you see like it's explaining? Do you see this small square on the map? It has minus 38, 118. Go into that square and click on it. It's called the Pickaxe Master. Go inside, and once you're there, let me know. It's like you wait a little bit. It explains the game, what it is. Okay, right now you're about to enter the Misty Mountain. This is a game that's about mining. Please prepare yourself a couple of sand because the pickaxes do cost some. But if you buy some, you'll be able to mine, and you might be able to get some sand prizes. If not, you might be able to get also some resources that in the end you can craft some cool stuff with it. Okay, you played it. Let's move on. The next experience is this one, and by the end, if this is some sort of like a first time, like someone that's going for the first time was like, okay, I don't want to be lost. Like this is too overwhelming. There's so many things happening in here. That could be a true guide.
yep. Other thing that just I will have to find that just got in mind is well education. Um,
Yeah,
and
that's the most straightforward one.
I'm thinking about we have 8. Yeah. Um, university in metaverse. So, for example, if we well, I'm not sure if we will have ability to speak in all of the platforms, but in some platforms where we do have ability to speak,
At
we
least
could like have
pre-recorded.
a lecture, some iron ore, but
Hell yeah.
we
Second.
yeah another iron, um, and we will I don't know. You could like have a job like a student, to be a
Mm-hmm.
student in the metaverse. So basically, maybe you're preparing to be a guide, and there is some lectures happening about the experiences around, and just that you get a certificate, and then you could like be known as your
I
guide.
think,
So it
imagine, for example, geology. You could be taking actually a tour in a interactive setup. Like, okay, let's do an earthquake, and then you have animated assets and like colliding, forming a mountain, and just like very 3D on actually what it happens. Or you could say, let's have physics but space theme. Let's talk about space travel, and you're having a chair that's talking about that, and you could be entering the metaverse, for example, a sandbox experience that's full of stars and explaining the physics on how it works, but in an interactive way, for example. Or history. Well, history, you do have videos that's with actors and everything that try to mimic what was happening. But what I want to say is you could have stuff that are 3D. For example, mathematics. You're learning
another iron
mathematics.
ore, very nice.
Hell yeah. Mathematics are somehow visual, but mostly mental. But imagine that you have something that would be interactive as an interactive mathematic for you to learn on. So, in terms of education, that seems very, very straightforward. And I agree with you. That will be something, and even for you're saying to form other guides, other tour guides in the metaverse. So, like a metaverse job to teach other metaverse jobs.
Yeah. Um, Other thing is like events. So
Hmm.
we are always people happy to go to some sort of event.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe to the city or somewhere. So I do imagine like we are now streaming right here. I do imagine these kind of like things maybe happening in the metaverse where just you could like comedy clubs.
Hmm.
So comedy club in the metaverse. If you will
Totally.
basically you like uh you maybe pay a little bit for people to come and maybe
Hmm.
stand up on the stage and maybe tell some jokes for maybe 40 minutes, and
Hmm.
anyone can participate. Like it basically no one is like asking for you to be
Those were from
all right.
before, the coppers and the silvers.
I'm pretty sure
But
we did mine 3 iron.
we did mine 3 iron, yes. I was also
um
paying a lot of attention to it.
so we could like have like a bunch of comedy rooms, and you can like just go through instances and find the one that is really funny to you. And
Hmm.
so maybe some events, some things regarding to some events happening, maybe something fun, maybe some live music, maybe some.
There, we have the ambassadors from Didona, right?
Yep.
So they're from Padova. And Didone, their experience is actually a replica of one of their most famous plazas. So it's pretty much like you're going there and you're seeing in the metaverse a replica of what it is of a real place, of an actual place that's in Padova, the most known place. So I would imagine, for example, you have a tour guide that's making, let's you have an open day to go to that experience, and there's going to be someone there that's going to tell the history of Padova. But that person also is going to tell you by the end of that stream or by the end of that explanation, is like, hey, do you want to book a flight to Padova? You can get it right here, for example. It is not
um
too, it does not seem at least too stretched out idea.
can I get okay yeah
Salespeople.
so these kind of services, I definitely see them moving towards the metaverse. um like cinemas,
Mm-hmm.
at least for me, the VR experience for cinemas
Mm-hmm.
is very very good. I
Mm-hmm.
do not go to cinema anymore. I just
Yeah,
put
you have a
on the
VR?
headset. I do, yeah. I bought one from my old friend. He sold it quite cheaply,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
That's how
So
you watch movies?
from then, yeah, I
I would
and it's
imagine going to the bed, just like, you know what, I'm going to
yeah,
watch a
it is. It
movie.
is like that,
You
and
just
you
grab your
basically
goggles, you're
just
like, whoa.
and you have full big like cinema view in front of you,
Yeah.
like, and you have your friends nearby. You can move them.
You're talking too much. Oh, wow.
um.
That is insane. That is cool. Never thought of
So
that.
all right, we are searching for bags. We have some bags right here.
Salespeople, says Fredenford. I think it will be a great platform for salespeople as well. And if you're creative enough, if you're good enough, I think you'll be able to make this as a platform. For example, real estate. You could be, for example, you bought a house. You want to show it. You want to have an open day, and you want to accommodate hundreds of people at the same time. You could create a one-on-one model of the house, show how the rooms are, exactly where the windows, where's everything, and just, for example, for you to know the plans of the house, like what are the sizes of the rooms, what are the you could actually make houses that would be, for example, imagine a real estate company like Century 21. I think that's a worldwide known real estate that they buy and sell houses. So those agents, they could have, for example, okay, we have these new real estates. Do you want to publish it on the metaverse? Yes. Okay, that's a fee that the agency is going to charge the seller of the house, okay, that's going to cost you $500 if you want to have a 3D metaverse version, but this is going to make the exposure for you going over the top, for example. That will just be, you're going to get hundreds, thousands of views on that real estate that you just owned with the small investment as such, $500. So you'll be able to sell it way, 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 way faster. And then you would create a model. It would be an empty house, or you could even pay, for example, if you want, we can make it, for example, the house how it is, and the house with the project or how it could be turned. And this would be a great asset for salespeople, architects as well, to show the project before it's actually done. There's other tools that do that already, right? But that could actually be a way for them to show in a very dynamic way. And you would be opening yourself basically to much more clients. What do you think regarding the real estate? For example, that's just another
Regarding
one.
the real estate, I think
Mhm.
well, I'm quite interested actually in this kind of topic
Mhm.
regarding some other ideas, but for me, I think I'm not sure if, for example, if like, well, we're talking about sandbox, so
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that is really the best possible way, because we have voxels, and that really determines the precision of our project.
Mhm.
So for example, if you have a house and you want to make it digital,
Mhm.
it's not a complete copy, it's a close approximation.
Mhm.
And regarding uh, the for example, for sales, to sell those houses, well, you could have a base idea for people how it looks and how it works. So definitely I see a lot of potential for people to come, but to come and see those houses. But unfortunately, I see that there is a
And
lot of competition which is photoreal.
let's
And
just make a small pause and welcome
of course,
all the raiders that have joined us now from King of Crypto stream. Welcome everyone, and hope that you have an amazing stream. And from what I see here, today is the launch of the King of Crypto Battle Pass raid. So congratulations on the launch of your Battle Pass, and let's see what we have for King of Crypto Season 2 coming up for you. So, welcome everyone. We were discussing today, we're just having some discussion regarding metaverse jobs. And while we were mining, we're just talking about the future of the type of metaverse jobs. And we're discussing, for example, referees for esports. That could be a very good implementation and complement to games in terms of having a referee. And right now we're discussing real estate. And what I wanted to get back to you on your argument is, so whenever someone, a real estate agency, is selling an house, you could have like an open day. I think this depends on the culture of where you're based. I think in the United States, there's like an open day. Like you open the day and people just come in. There's the real estate vendor there that can be talking with like a group of people, but that's like most of the times like one-on-one or two-on-two kind of conversations, right? And you have the house open for this amount of
Bruno,
hours, and oh, you disappeared. What happened? Was it on my end or was Giba's end? Okay, let us know in the chat if you still hear me and if you still see me or you still see everyone. It just got beamed up. Lags. Okay, there's something with the internet. Bear with us. We'll still hear you and hear you. Okay. The screen just froze. Let's see if we can get Gibesh back. And Slither K is saying that no one liked the referee in real life, though. Well, the referee is not supposed to be the bad guy. He's supposed to be just someone that's making sure that the game is playing as intended. And we might have Gibbous back. Although I still not listen to him as well. Okay, let me do this something
Kodam,
different in here. Oh,
the
here we are.
the internet is not happy, though it got back. Bruno, is it back?
No, it's still it's still frozen for me. I'm not sure what is happening. And my link from Video Ninja, it does not say that it's uploading any content to you. Oh, I can see it's refreshing. I don't think that's the referees will be hated. I think that they're there to make sure certain parameters are being met. And the example that we were giving is, for example, is right now, GameMaker provides certain tools and provides certain tools that you cannot do it on the GameMaker. So you want to make this a bulletproof type of system. But the GameMaker itself does not provide you the tools. You went from saying E to black screen now. Oh, okay, now Gibbous seems to be not here. Okay, here we are. Welcome, everyone. Let's wait a little bit until we get Gibbous back on the screen because he's having some internet issues, so bear with me. So what I wanted to say is that, for example, an online referee. Oh, here we are, back, double.
The internet.
One screen,
Oh my god.
2 screens, lag, no lag. Okay, let's do this. Hey, we're back. And now, since we've got all the raiders with us, let's do another giveaway for another pickaxe. We kind of have given away 3 pickaxes, but I think we can make an exception here. All right. And Gibbous, what I was explaining to everyone that has joined now, for example, in terms of the referee, they're saying that probably the referee is going to be hated so much in real life. And what I was trying to explain is that the referee can enable certain game modes that are now impossible. For example, Pickaxe, in-game Pickaxe, Sparky's Nickel for you to mine here today, not Pickaxe NFTs. Yeah. But we'll go into something about the Pickaxe before we close the stream. I already said those beans in the beginning of the stream, so we can repeat it so everyone can get those. For example, we're going to make a tower game. And on this tower game, we have Cannon NFT, you have Fire Catapult NFT, and let's just use those type of examples. So everyone type in exclamation mark LFM, fill that form, and let's give 3 minutes, Gibbous, for everyone just to fill it in before we do it. And let's do a open one on the open form.
Yep.
Okay. So let's imagine we have these 2 NFTs. We have this game mode, which is a PvP, Team A versus Team B. Well, the server does not recognize what's Team A and Team B. That would be something that a referee would know because there would be a captain from Team A and a captain from Team B. This in an esports or a competition type of environment, of course. In this case, the referee would go and, hey, captain, what's Team A? And being a competition, that's something that you know beforehand who's competing and who's being part of that particular game. Team A is all your team set. Okay, we've got Sparky Snickle, we've got Go West, we've got Julia, and we've got O24K in this team, all set. Okay, you guys are ready to go. What's in the team wallet? Okay, you guys do own a Fire Catapult. So you could have an asker that it's a placer. You could be placing in your map Fire Catapults at something that will help you. It will give you a bonus against your opponent, and you're placing the Fire Catapults. Although you could have an open option within that asker for all other type of NFTs, for example, cannons. You could have, for example, let's say an arrow shooter. You could have something like a sort of a Tesla coil, but you do not own those NFTs. Although it's not bulletproof on the logic, you have a referee like, you don't have that ray gun. You cannot use that. I'm seeing it. I saw your team wallet and you can only place Fire Catapults. So make sure that whatever places you're putting these helpers, it's only Fire Catapults. The person like, okay, the team leader goes, I've placed all my Fire Catapults. I'm good with this. It's like, okay, then press on this button and click OK. That will destroy all the askers and you cannot place anything else from this point. The person does it, confirms. Myself as a referee, now I see that this team A only has Fire Catapults. That matches. the same number of fire catapults NFTs that they have in your team wallet. Let's go to team B. We repeat the process, and we'll see, for example, okay, team B does have these giant crossbows that's going to fire. And they have this, and they have 2 fire catapults, and they have 3 other ray guns. These are just wild examples, and they placed all of those assets in the map according to the numbers that the match on the NFTs on their wallet. And the referee, okay, these number of assets matches to the number of assets in the team wallet, so it's valid. You can go there and lock it. Once both teams are locked, okay, both teams are locked, all conditions are met. Myself as a referee, I validate this match. Go, start the game. And then they would be playing against each other. Whatever the rules of the game are, you'll be fighting, and whoever gets to be the winner, okay, gets to be the winner. The referee there is able to confirm, like, okay, this is a valid entry, this game is valid, and it counts for the fantasy league for esports. Let's go there, place the results.
Could I pay some more money to referee to allow me to cheat? That's the problem with humans.
Nope. Because you can ask the referee to stream. It does not have to show its face, but for example, it needs to have a public registry so that anyone can consult that game, watch the replay, and confirm that it was a valid match. That way, there's no way around it.
Yep.
Because anyone can call it, hey, I saw that, that's not valid, and like, you as the organizer, what you're going to do? Oh no, I'm not seeing it. No, what you say? I'm not seeing it. No, that's a valid match. Like, you would lose all the trust from all the community, and that would just not work. That would be impractical. And that way, you can create a fantasy sport that now has certain rules, that has certain parameters that you do not need skills to develop on the game maker. Actually, you just need one person to confirm that the inputs that are being placed in the game are valid. And Gibash, you are right. Let's do this. Let's spin the wheel, and good luck, everyone. Let's get one lucky miner here on the stream. For example, we could have someone, a referee, that's making a competition for the Pickaxe Master, as an example as well. It could be with a lot of people that are mining, and he's just controlling that. For example, we could have an NPC that has all the pickaxes open, and he's just there to make sure that everyone's just getting the pickaxes that they have in their wallets. 322 confirmed. You already won today, so no 2 times in a row in the same day. We have to re-raffle. So lucky on the raffles, so unlucky on the loot. And next one is, and welcome Kevin Space. How you doing? Rigged. And we're going to get the yoke is on you. Congratulations. That's a Ruby Pickaxe, because we do know that he got a Ruby Pickaxe. We can confirm that one. And the yoke, let us know what type of blocks do you want to mine today. I'll be writing here. If you do not know what type of blocks we do have here at the Misty Mountain, we have sand, dirt, clay, gravel, and stone, being each one of them different and taking away different hit points from your pickaxe. In this case, the Ruby Pickaxe, it has 100 hit points, and depending on the type of blocks that you're going to decide to mine, it will take this amount per block every time you mine. And all the prizes that you're going to get that are not educational material, they're resources that they have their equivalent value in sand, and you will be receiving those prizes in sand in your wallet later on today. All right, so back again, we were talking about go all stone. Okay, go stone or go home, and good luck. And everyone that's watching the stream, please type in good luck, as we want our miners to be lucky as fuck here in the Misty Mountain. So let's do this. Stone, and we're mining for yoke. Back again to Metaverse jobs. So we're talking about referees. And again, I'm going to ask again, would anyone go as a referee here? And Giba, sorry to interrupt you.
No worries, Bruno. I'm thinking, the referee is like some sort of police.
Yeah.
Do we need proper police in some sort of lands? For example, imagine, Bruno, maybe you need... Oh, wow, that education was stolen there. You have a land, it's a big land, and there is some sort of, you want to keep order in your land, and you're like having police.
Already
Some player
you have moderators.
moderators, yeah. But mm, is this somehow different from the referee?
No,
No.
but no. For example, moderators on alpha seasons, they were promoting hide and seek. So they were making a game, and they were referees, as they were the ones that were saying that if you're following the rules or not.
Yeah.
For example, I remember you would have one moderator that would stay with you and say, hey, guys, stay here. You cannot move. The other moderators, they're going to hide, and you have to find them all. And that moderator that's there with you, his job is to police you from not moving from there, to make sure that all the other moderators are going to hide and no one is going to check where they're gaining hide, or they're hiding themselves, right? It was already done by Sandbox themselves, if you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely this is quite straightforward use of this, the possibilities.
On
I just
Fridays, Gibesh, we're referees as well. The Fred
Yeah.
and Ferd is saying it right. We do it on Fridays. If you if you think about it, you're a referee on a Friday whenever we do those hide and seeks. The racing games, remember it was you that was following up with everyone, and Fred was controlling the finish line to make sure that we know actually who was the first one to finish. That's a great example.
I just thought another idea, which is I think a bit more further away into time dimension.
Okay.
Is when you have, for example, many avatars, and you just get people to play for you.
Okay, you're renting your avatar. Okay.
Not maybe renting your avatar, you're renting a player. You're
that already exists.
Yeah, but probably at the moment it's not mainstream as much.
No. Well, esports is not mainstream, as it will become. So what happens with any sports clubs? Players have agents, they have passes, and usually it's the club that owns a percentage of the player pass, and sometimes it's their own players, sometimes it's some agents. And imagine that player is always number one on Fortnite, on any shooter, for example, Counter-Strike, Fortnite, whatever the game it is, but he's on shooters, is like MVP all the time. Every esport team is like, I wish I had that guy. Like, that would be most likely on every shooter game that's around there. We would be in top places, like almost for sure. That guy's just mad talented. Being a play-to-earn environment, esports ecosystem, would you be surprised if other teams would make offers to purchase the pass of that player to play for their team?
Well, it does happen with basketball, so I don't see any problems in there. But is it somehow unethical to you have a younger brother, all right, and you give $50 for younger brother to go through all possible quests on the alpha.
Okay.
And you have your own account, and you have 3 others, and you give those 3 to your brother, and he is able to get $150 of just for playing. Like, I do see this as problematic situation.
Why would he play for $50 when he knows that he can play for his own and get the full amount?
It's because he will get the full amount right now. And if he is
because
like
you're
playing...
because you're getting upfront payment.
Yeah.
That's up to him to choose if he needs the money now and he wants to get paid $50 instead of playing the whole season and have to wait 2 months to get 150. He's right to it. I would not say that's unethical. And Sparkus Nickel has a very valid point. Maybe he's under 18, cannot KYC. So if you cannot verify yourself as someone that's on the legal age to do legal decisions of, I don't know, so how to say this, like not legal actions, but to be able to be part of crypto environments for themselves. So it should be so there's underage, it's not post age, like he's already an adult. He has the right tools to make his choice, like, hey, do I want to get $50 to play now, or do I want to wait and play for myself, get 150? I don't think that's unfair
Well,
or that's unethical.
um, well, if you put this into, for example, well, if it's not your nephew, but if you have like 5 people in your company just doing this every possible opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
and if they are all right with it, maybe they do not know that. Maybe they do not know own avatar, so it's basically they do not have a possibility to own, but to
Mm-hmm.
earn. Um, but I see this as some sort of some sort of business
Oh,
trying
of
to make
course.
from the ecosystem.
And it will
So I
become a
do.
business. Clans,
Yep.
guilds,
Yep.
that will be a business. That will be clubs. That will be as the same as a football club or a basketball club.
Yeah. So I see this definitely happening, but I'm just thinking, what is the developers of the platform thinking? Oh, first silver nugget of the day. Finally, the Misty Mountain is happy with us.
Hell yeah. Well, how I would envision myself as a club or as the, let's say, as the clan leader, as the guild leader. I would get myself, for example, a super higher tiered buffed items. Like I have the one of the best weapons, best defense, best leg wear. I've got the best items, you know? And
Oh
now
no.
I'm going to get this player on my team. Well, this player does not have any assets. And I'm going to provide him, I'm going to equip him, I'm going to borrow the team, the club assets to this player so that he can perform the best as he can. He's very well equipped. So that's going to be also be like, okay, does this club provide conditions? Like, yeah, if you go to that club, that's like triple A type of club. Like you go there, they give you a full set, like super cool stuff. You can even choose like all crazy stats, something like that. They
And
even got coaches, they got
just a second.
trainings.
I really like this idea. And do we have some sort of legal kind of protection? For example, if I invite player to my party. So for
Hmm.
example, I have some things, I equipped him, so I have to
Hmm.
transfer to his wallet.
That's okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and
I see
you
where you're going.
definitely
I see where you're
understand.
going.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
do as a businessman, do I have any
Hmm.
protection regarding the legal kind of things? Because
No.
crypto is a space, where we still
No.
developing all of this.
No.
Yeah.
But what I think it will happen is a trustless way to do it. I don't think that this should be an action that needs to be based on trust. It needs to be an action be made by a protocol. So what I think it needs to happen is escrow contracts where you're able to borrow and lend in a secure manner where the owner can have a return to owner type of call function, just like, okay, you know what, this guy is not playing, just have my assets, this guy's not locked for a whole month, so he's not playing, I need my assets back because I have other players. So like return to owner, boom, which only the owner can do that call on the smart contract. Because like he clicks on it and he's getting like the NFTs back. So
Yeah, of course he's paying the gas,
yep,
but probably, yeah,
but
he's
he's
getting
getting
back.
assets
Yep,
back.
yep, yep.
And
So
if it's
yeah,
on Polygon, that's just like you're paying what as cents.
yeah. I
It's,
totally agree
it
that
won't be, yeah.
gases will drop down. I hope. And well, this is the things that I think that we need to for a lot of jobs to appear.
Hmm.
Once we have a bit more legal kind of safety for the employer and the employer,
Employee.
then their employee, yeah, there will be a bunch of things that really starts to brew in the metaverse.
Hmm.
Currently, I think that crypto space is volatile as it is, and
Hmm.
people do not like volatility.
Hmm.
Um, and on top, we don't have legal things, legal
Mm-hmm.
protection, and that's even more harder for people because everything you have to build on trust, and trust is a hard thing. So once the crypto or the metaverse develops to have more legal protections, I really see a bunch of things happening in the metaverse regarding job opportunities.
Oh yeah,
um
there's still a long road ahead.
yeah, exactly. This is just beginning of all of this. For me,
Hmm.
opportunity making space, because in metaverse we can make things which is impossible in earth. So you could like get money for spewing fireballs at something,
Hmm.
like just as a random idea. So it's
Hmm. Hmm.
possible to do in metaverse things that is completely out of consideration in here. um for example, maybe you just are like, your job is to play RPG and just kill bosses. Like
Oh yeah,
it's yeah,
I
like
remember.
yeah,
I remember a game I would play. There were some people, some clans that they would provide like escort systems. Like you need these.
exactly, yeah,
I
yeah.
have, I have my I have my character, and I need to kill that boss that needs like a group of 20 people to be killed. But hey, I really want that drop that he gives. So there used to be like clients that would provide these party services. They're like, okay, if you buy this amount of gold, we will escort you, kill the boss for you, and you can loot it. All the loot is yours.
Yep.
That's already something that's happening for a long time.
uh,
I remember that happening already 15 years ago or more than that.
yeah.
So
um
that's
there are
nothing
some
new.
games,
Yeah.
for example Silk Road, which is all around this. So we have the
Yep.
thief, we have the guardians, and we have the
Yep.
traders. Traders have to travel from one world side to another, guardians are guarding them, and the thieves are trying to get the loot.
Hmm.
And three factions all having their place in the world.
In the game.
So
Hmm.
in the game, yeah. So yeah, I definitely seeing a lot of basically, maybe not all of the jobs that is present in around us will
Hmm.
transfer at least partially into metaverse, but probably at least 60% of whatever job you could like find.
But that's in the way, way, way long
Yeah,
future.
that's it. Probably then, everyone will know that there is a basically everyone could like talk, are you working in metaverse, or maybe you're working in some sort of other company. Yeah. We will see how this goes, and I really see a lot of potential just because we are not confined by our space. Basically,
Hmm.
we can be right here and basically we don't need to travel to the other world, to the other side of the world to meet someone. We can do it in the metaverse. So yeah.
That is
um
true. And Gibbous, just to not to interrupt you because we're
no,
already
no.
on 2 hours and 20, I do want to, since we got just rated in the very end, I want to give another pickaxe because I want to make a recap on something that we talked about on the beginning of the stream, and since it's related with pickaxes, I think it's a good time to raffle one of those, an in-game pickaxe, and then just explain this that we talked in the beginning. So what do you think? We do one
All
more
right.
raffle for the open chat, for the open forum?
All right.
Okay. Okay, well, Gibbous does this, and let's first of all spin the wheel and get that wheel on screen. That is open? No, okay, that is open. It looked like it was missing something. Okay, so good luck, everyone. Let's scramble this over and over, and let's spin. Here we go. Let's see who gets to be the last lucky miner of today, and let's get you some really, really cool beans. As we said it earlier on the stream, we're just going to end with those. And think as you wish regarding what's going to be said.
Do we have anyone streaming?
I'm not sure. Not looked yet. Oh, come on. Really? Again, 322 confirmed?
Third time, actually. This is not often.
Yeah, this is not often. Damn, getting chosen 3 times and not getting a silver prize in the game. That sucks. next day. And speaking next day, next Wednesday, that will be the multiplier back again on the screen. And it feels like it's going to be either Breezius or Novel RK. Let's see. Breezius it is. Hey, congratulations, mate. You have just become
Indeed.
yourself a lucky miner today. So gold pickaxe. Let's see. Breezius. Okay, Clay. That was fast. Thank you. Clay. We're going for Breezius. Everyone that's watching the stream, please do type in good luck for Breezy75 as we're going to mine some clay with the gold pickaxe. So the beans I wanted to share with you is that soon you that are pickaxe owners will be getting some tickets, some master tickets. What will they be? We cannot share and you'll have to wait to see. But what we can say is the higher the rarity of the pickaxe, the more tickets you're going to receive. These tickets will not be for one event only. Nope. They will be needed several times. They'll be not needed. Yeah, they will be needed and useful several times. And if you got yourself one silver pickaxe, you're going to get this amount of tickets. If you got yourself a gold pickaxe, you're going to get more tickets. If you have yourself a ruby pickaxe, you're going to get more tickets. And if you own diamonds or a Didon, the pickaxe pendant, you will get more tickets as well. So depending on the rarity of the NFT that you have, you will be getting accordingly this amount of tickets. If you have more than one pickaxe, you'll be receiving for all the pickaxe that you own. So having multiple, getting more
Sorry,
tickets.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Do wood pickaxes also count towards this?
Wooden and iron pickaxes also count, but there's a but there. You'll need multiple to get one ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Amounts, it will be on the right. And when this goes on the announcement about those tickets and what they're for, when, how, what, why, everything will be explained there, of course. But let me know what questions you have for tickets.
Will tickets be in my in the person's wallet?
Oh yeah, the tickets will be airdropped. We will be taking a snapshot of pickaxe owners, and you'll be getting those tickets. It will be airdropped to you.
So, yeah, I think that is all clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
There will be other ways to get tickets. There will be some giveaways for those tickets. You'll be able to get them also in the Discord through something that you've been asking us for a long time, like what is this for? And we'll told you, you should get those. That will be useful for something down the road. And hey, that's something is about to come. And with this, everything will fit into place of all we've been talking about for the couple last months. Things will be, okay, this is going to be used for this. These will give access to that. These will work with this another thing. And once you look at the full picture, you're going to see how everything is going to match one thing with another. So make sure if you want to get hold to those tickets, get yourself, if you don't have a pickaxe yet, get yourself a pickaxe so you can get some of those tickets. And I'm pretty sure that after we announce what it is, you're going to like it very much. And it's a way also to reward very much our pickaxe owners that have been here with us for a very long time. So those are the beans that we wanted to share. It's like Alpha Bean. Is that, hey, you're going to get some tickets, but what they're used for, like, yeah, not yet. And hey, regarding what we've just said, let us know if you that you're watching the stream do have any question, and we'll do our best to answer.
Silver ore, nice.
Hell yeah, nice. That's what we like.
From clay, that's nice.
It is. That's like a, so we have copper, then silver ore. But today, Missy Mountain kind of feels like Monday Grumpy. Mm, surely does.
Indeed, it did not drop as much as I would love it to see dropping, but
It's true.
RNG gods, um, probably there
They're lazy
has to
today.
be.
RNG gods are lazy today.
The pickaxe just broke, and let's go to the vault, see what do we have there.
No bueno. So the link that was just posted here on the chat, it's a link to the collection of the Pickaxe Master where you can see all the pickaxes. So the diamond pickaxe is already sold out. There's 2 ruby pickaxes left. There's 48 gold pickaxes and silver pickaxes for 140. There's still really good numbers there to grab yourself one and get some tickets.
These are 2 from before. Yep, 1 silver ore. Neat.
Yeah, congratulations, Breezius. You'll be receiving this sand in your wallet later today. And also, later on today, we will be announcing who is the winner of the Mascara by Vox Machina Studios, the one that we're using in this avatar from the raffle that we did last week. Unfortunately, we did not give away this one last week like it was intended, because last week it was crazy hectic on a lot of meetings that we had, but they were to confirm everything that we're about to do. So it was for a good cause. We're sorry for it. It's not usual for us to delay on those type of prize distributions, but time was complicated to manage last week. Let's say just like that. But that's that. So next Wednesday, next Lucky Miner Day, it's going to tomorrow. It makes 1 year since we have opened up for public. So 21st March not only marks the beginning of the spring, but also marks the day that we have opened up for the public. And hey, it's been 1 year, fam. 1 year since this is open for everyone, and you're being able to go through this journey all together into the Misty Mountain to the Pickaxe Master. So we're going to celebrate that on next Wednesday. And to celebrate it the best possible way, we're going to bring back the Wheel of Fortune multiplier, which everything that you'll be mining will go through the multiplier. And the multiplier will be up to 10 times. So it will be multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10 times. So today, we could have seen these prizes, although today the Mr. Mountain was very grumpy, at least compared to Friday. But we're going to see it multiplied by 10. We can see it multiplied by 10 times. So we can see some really, really good prizes. This is an invitation for all of you to join the next stream on Wednesday, which is the Lucky Miner stream. As for today, we want to thank you for being here with us. It's been an amazing time. Love the discussion with you, Gibesh, and love all the inputs regarding metaverse jobs, metaverse refereeing system, and all of these talks. So it was very insightful, and all the feedback and all the inputs, it was very, very good. I hope that you also enjoyed this and like this, and also it was some food for thought on some stuff that could be possible, and things that you could also be doing. So thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed. Today it's Monday. We've got a full week ahead of us. So enjoy your week. Hope you can do the best with the time on it. And most of all, enjoy yourself and have fun. So Gibesh, do you want to say some last words before we hop off the stream?
Of course, of course. Um, Thank you everyone for being here. We really truly appreciate you. Um, and I hope we will all see each other on Wednesday. On the Lucky Miners stream.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, thank you everyone for being here. And I hope you will stay happy and safe, especially safe and happy, of course.
Yeah, I would love that. And Holly is saying, how do you feel about rating someone new to the sandbox? And who'd that be? I was searching for the sandbox category, and it feels like we're the only ones streaming right now. Who's running the sandbox?
Yeah, I did also try to search, but did not find. All right, we have someone.
Okay, let me try to get. But he's not in the right tag, right? How did you find him? They aren't playing the sandbox right now, but I want to welcome them in. Okay. Let me try to get the name. That is what? Centraland? Decentralized villas. Centraland, okay. What are they playing? Wondermine? Not Wondermine. Okay. All right, let's raid them. We're going to end the stream right now, and let's join with Odalil and send an hello to decentralized villas and see if we can get someone new into the sandbox ecosystem as well. So everyone, see you on Wednesday. Have a great week yourself, and see you soon. We're going to pass that trailer, and after the trailer, we will be raiding the centralized villas. So stay tuned just to give a welcome to him and invite him over to join the sandbox, or at least take a look on what's happening. So Gibbers, whenever you're ready, let's do pass the trailer. See everyone.
In
Have a great day.
ancient times, the secret mountain was sealed by the dwarf titans with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds. And there is some kind of weird magic.
What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?